morning, America. Welcome to my Java chat. I am here to talk to you about all sorts of things, well, I think today I am going to talk to you to start off with is about the economy once again. I am going to take a sip of my Folgers instant coffee. I love it. I drink it. I encourage you to go and try it because once you try Folgers, I don't think you'll ever go back to another brand. It's just a delicious coffee. And I love my coffee. These are vintage McDonald mugs. They used to give these away a long, long time ago at the beginning of McDonald's when they first started. Today, I wouldn't eat there, but I got these off of eBay, and I tell you, they are beautiful mugs, easy to clean, and I just stock up on them because I just think they're beautiful mugs. Mm. Well, now that I got my coffee out of the way, I am going to talk to you about the economy a little bit and what you can do today. My husband and I, we went to Walmart. We went to some other stores to do a little shopping here and there because Walmart's running out of stuff that we need. So we're now having to go to other stores to find items that are getting harder to find. And one of the things that I'm noticing is things such as stevia, which I drink, I use in my cooking as well as my coffee. And it's getting harder and harder to find. And I'm noticing that in the oil section, where you buy your lards and oil, like your olive oil, your Crisco, all of these things, I'm noticing at Walmart that there's a big shrinkage in that aisle of those products. It's not as full as it used to be. The same thing with the white vinegar, apple cider vinegar. All these things seem to be slowly disappearing off the shelves. When we went to Walmart, what I thought was fascinating was how empty a lot of the meat section was. The frozen section was. Ice cream products of certain brands are beginning to disappear as well. And I don't know if you noticed this here about the ice cream aisle. Ice cream is no longer labeled ice cream. The only real ice cream out there is Haagen-Dazs. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the Ben & Jerry's too. But all the others are listed as desserts. Look at Breyer's ice cream. It doesn't say ice cream, it says dessert on the box because it's no longer ice cream. I don't know what happened. It feels strongly to me that we are in the beginning stages of a Great Depression. When you start seeing certain things disappearing on shelves in the store, when you see the prices of goods going higher, that is telling me that there is a limited supply of these items. So whoever has the most money will be the ones to be able to afford what they have left. Blueberries. Oh God, I love my blueberries. I am going to be growing my blueberries from here on out. I will have to do without for a year or so. But for a small container of blueberries, almost $10 at Walmart. I went to another store. They had a small container of blueberries for $10 and up, dependent on the size that you want. And a package of 16 ounces is about $10. And if you get the 20 ounce, It's $14.29. Strawberries. And they don't really look like strawberries. There's something artificial about them. And I seldom get them. I grow my own. But what I noticed was that a small container of strawberries has now become about $7, and you get about 14 strawberries. So that you're paying like 50 cents a strawberry. You're paying $1.50 for a green pepper, bell pepper. One orange is now $1.05 for one. I remember you could get a bag of oranges for $3.29. A whole bag, a large bag. Tangerines, all the stuff. Pizza, the Walmart brand pizzas that used to be affordable. When I looked at them, I just strolled by them. And, but I like price checking. And you need to start doing that, America. Because you know when you're being taken advantage of. And financially by these companies. But at Walmart, their large pizza, cheese pizza, that used to be $3.99 is now $8.99. It slowly crept up in price. But yesterday, it really went up when we saw it. My husband and I, our cell phone company was bought out by T-Mobile. I'm not here promoting T-Mobile. I am not a fan of T-Mobile. However, that is from what I've been told about the company. And when my husband and I did go to T-Mobile to switch our phone plan over to them, because I kept getting emails from them telling me I need to switch. Well, I put it off for as long as I could. And we finally went into T-Mobile. And everything that people told me about the company is wrong. You know, the people working at T-Mobile are just so polite and helpful. And not only that, it cut our phone bills in half. We do prepaid only. I never want a contract with a phone company. Because if I ever get dissatisfied with someone, I can go to another carrier and try them out too. But I don't feel comfortable signing contracts with a company that has so much in their contracts. And we always do prepaid. I urge you to do the same as well, America. Don't sign contracts, because when you think you're getting a free phone, look at your bill. You're not. My husband and I, we were paying $111 a month on our cell phone with our previous carrier that T-Mobile bought out. We now pay $60, and we get everything just like before. It cut our bill in half. So, well, more than half. So, but I mean, I'll tell you, the people that worked at T-Mobile were so pleasant. The lady helped us. She was just so nice. And I was just so, not so stressed out over switching over to T-Mobile. It wasn't as stressful as I thought it was going to be, because I heard my friends talk about it, saying, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. You know, they just made it like it was a nightmare. And, well, I learned at firsthand, it's not a nightmare to go in there and do this. The people are very knowledgeable and helpful and polite. I had a great time with the lady that helped us switch our phone service over to them, and everything just worked out, and it was done in like 30 minutes. And the reason why is because my husband likes to talk, so it probably would have been 20 minutes or less if my husband wasn't such a chatterbox. But he likes to talk, and I like listening to him. I have no choice. So, I'll lay in bed and try and go to sleep, and he's still talking to me, and I'm saying, I'm going to sleep. Night, night, hon. I'm going to sleep. And he'll keep talking, and he'll talk me to sleep. So, but anyway, so getting back to the economy and what's going on in the grocery stores, you know, the word that Trump says that nobody's ever heard of the word, it's used daily. That's why they're called grocery stores. You know, when you listen to an idiot, you pretty much are the idiot. And especially if you voted for the idiot, it makes you a bigger idiot because you voted for him. But the thing is, at Walmart, when you shop at Walmart or any other grocery store out there, America, you need to start price checking. And you need to start paying attention because Canada has cut off our aluminum supply. And that means every good product that you eat from a can at Walmart or any other grocery store in the country, those aluminum cans are going up in price. And if you have storage space to store aluminum cans, I'm going to tell you this, those cans are going to be valuable. Yes, they will be. They will be just as valuable as copper because there will be a demand for aluminum. Gold, not so much. You don't see them putting canned food in gold cans. They come in aluminum. Aluminum is a precious metal, even though it may not be as pretty as gold. It's more precious than you think. So, and as I stated in my previous videos, stop investing in that gold. You can't eat it. You need to be investing in seeds, grow lamps if you're in an apartment or a condo, and where you can grow some food inside your homes. And that's what you need to do. Because bottom line is, you can't eat a bar of gold. You can't eat a bar of silver either. Try it. Cook it up and see how it tastes. I'll tell you, I don't think it's going to taste that good. It's just a metal. You know, yes, they make beautiful jewelry with it. And that's about all it's good for. Other than making components, you know, for computers and cell phones and other gadgets and whatnot. That's all gold is really good for. It's not good for really anything else, in my opinion. The same with silver. But see the difference between gold and silver? Silver is a stronger metal. And silver, when it's highly polished, oh, the shine, the sheen, the beauty of it. Oh, it definitely outdoes gold. Yes, it does. So I'm telling you, America, you need to know what you're investing in. Because you better be investing in seeds, soil, grow lamps. Because let me tell you something, honey. Those gold bars, those gold certificates, well, you could probably wipe your ass with a gold certificate when you run out of toilet paper. Because that's another thing I'm going to tell you. They're running low on toilet paper at Walmart. So, that gold certificate will come in handy. Yes, you may have paid $4,000 for that gold certificate, but it's just a piece of paper. You don't have anything tangible in your hand. So, now, let me tell you something else. The federal government has the authority to seize your gold and silver if they choose to do so. And under this current administration that is as corrupt as the devil himself, Oh, yes. The one who went to the rallies and read you the snake poem over and over. And you cheered him. You magaloons, you cheered for it. Yes, everything about him is as corrupt as they get. He is the snake. He is the devil. And he will come for your gold, if he has not already. So, I'm going to let you know. Stock up. Stock up on your food products. Stock up on your dry goods. Rice, beans, flour, cornmeal. You better stock up on that lard. You better stock up on that Crisco oil. You better stock up on your sugar. Yes. And you better stock up on your seasonings too. Seed packets. Oh, that's value. Because you can literally grow food to eat when food becomes too costly to afford. Dry milk. Read this. Read the directions. Most people don't. I know I'm talking to you, MAGA, when I say most people don't, because you're the ones that don't. You can't read. That's my opinion. But how you make dry milk tastes like milk is you put the dry milk in a pitcher, you add the water to it, you stir it, you put it in the refrigerator overnight, and it dissolves, completely dissolves. In the morning you stir it, and it tastes just like milk. Most people don't read the instructions. They just want to put a little bit of powdered milk in a glass and stir it and drink it. That's not how it's done. But buy dehydrated foods from Amazon and other places, because I'm noticing even on Amazon the dry goods are becoming more expensive. I stocked up. I stocked up on my oatmeals because I can make oatmeal cookies. I can make oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I can make chocolate chip cookies with the flour that I've stocked up on. I can make all sorts of things. And this is why I'm talking to you, America. I think it's important and vital that you get off your asses and start doing something to take care of yourselves. Because I'm telling you, we are at the beginning of a Great Depression. And this is not going to be easy for anyone. Not even us that didn't even vote for the dumbass in the White House. We didn't vote for this. We knew better. We read, we write, we comprehend what we're reading and what we're writing. We went to school. We learned to speak properly. We don't go out there and just drink beer and wear stupid red hats. Yes, MAGA, that Make America Great Again hat, it just tells us that you're stupid. That's all it says, stupid. Because we can comprehend what that means when you wear that red hat. You're advertising that you're stupid. Oh, yes. Oh, I'll tell you, for the longest time, we saw a lot of stupid people in America. And in my state, a lot of stupid people, too. Yes. They had their Trump 2020 and 2024 signs up. You do know he lost 2020. That's how stupid you guys are. But they had those signs up for the longest time in their yards. But in the past 2 months, I noticed they all came down. I don't see them wearing their red hats any longer. That's right. I think they got the message. Yo, be stupid. I have to speak that way to you, MAGA, because I think that's the only language you understand. Okay? Because I think you're pretty stupid. After all, you had a choice. You could have voted for the educated black woman, Kamala Harris, or you could have voted for the dumbass that has filed bankruptcy multiple times, and you think he's a great businessman. He bankrupted his own casino in Vegas. Oh my God. You're pretty stupid, MAGA, to vote for it. You voted for the orange turd. And now you're eating the shit that he's putting out there for you. So, I think you need to get prepared, America. I do. You too, MAGA. Even though you don't have the food stamps anymore. You don't have your health care. You're losing your housing. Oh, I just have a beautiful home. I love my home with my husband. Oh, it's so nice to be smart, to save money, buy a home. Oh, America. I got news for you. You know those mortgages you took out on your homes? You know all about those? Well, if you don't have a fixed mortgage, they can increase the rates. And if you lose your job, you lose your home. All the money you invested in it, you lose it. Oh. See, I worked hard. My husband worked hard. We saved our money. I know how to barter. We bought a home that was for sale for $80,000. Actually, I think it was $86,000. I talked the man down to $52,000. I pointed out the flaws. I pointed out the repairs. And he agreed. And we paid cash. We have no mortgage. We pay cash. We don't have to ask for a handout at a bank to approve and keep us in debt. We paid cash. Can you? Now, in some of my videos, I've talked about how you can own your own home on the cheap. But are you smart enough to do it? People want luxurious homes. I don't, even though I have a nice home. I want comfort in my home. I want ease of use and access of my home. I do not need a $500,000 home or a $250,000 home. I have a $50,000 home, $52,000 home that we have fixed up. It is beautiful, comfortable, easy to get around, just beautiful. And we're happy. We have a big, beautiful backyard. I planted my first cherry tree. We have beautiful Georgia peach trees. I am growing tomatoes and other vegetables as well in my backyard. I have a lump of soil out there that I'm turning into a garden. I purposely had the guy to bring dirt and just create a lump so I could just create a beautiful garden on a small mound of dirt. And I'm doing so. Oh, I'm excited about it. There's so many things you can do when you own a home, but if you save your money, buy an acreage of land, America. Watch my other videos. Buy an acreage of land for about $3,000 to $5,000. You can buy yourself a shed and turn it into a home. A shed is the framework of a home. You can insulate it. You can put a toilet. You can put a sink, a cooking area, solar on top of it. Most of these sheds come with metal roofs. Oh, you have to put a little elbow grease into it, little work, and fix it up. Buy a little drywall when it's on sale. Get some insulation. Put in some decent flooring on top of the existing flooring. Put it up on blocks so it's not on the ground. Oh, you can have a beautiful home. Plant some flowers and shrubs and bushes around your house. And you'll still have land to grow food. You know, you just have to use your imagination and make it work. I tell you, we have a second home, and it's up for sale. Oh, it's beautiful too. It's from 1910, but beautiful bathroom, carpeting, kitchen area. We have all sorts of things that my husband and we talk about, and we develop a plan on what to do. Most people don't understand when you own a home, there's a lot of responsibilities. There's homeowner insurance. And we recently had an issue with our home with the sewage backing up. Oh, it took 5 days for them to get out to fix the problem. But we have a basement in our home, so it didn't really affect the upper floor, just the basement a little bit. When he came out here, he did the roller rooter thing, cleared it out, and told me what to do. He said because it's going to get harder to find plumbers to come out and work on people's homes. See, I listen. I love to listen to people, and if you want to click like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments, I would appreciate it. Because I listened to this guy, and he told me. And I told my husband, you stay upstairs. I don't want any distractions. I want to stay focused. My husband's a chatterbox. So, what happened? As he was cleaning it out, he was telling me, he says, invest in one of these Roto-Rooter things. And just because you're not out in the country and you don't have one of those things that people have for their waste to go into, I forget what they call it. It's one of those tank things on the ground that when people go to the bathroom, it flushes into it and it degrades, and they put in this stuff called Redix. He says just because they do it with their septic tanks, you do it with yours here with the sewer system too. Drop one of the little capsules that they make now into your toilet. Let it dissolve and flush it, and then flush it 2 more times afterwards to get it to go down. He explained that to me. He was very knowledgeable and helpful. Oh, and the bill for him to drive 60 miles to my home and to clear out the sewage system 110 feet out, $186 for all that work. And not only that, the little bit of sewage that came up in our basement, he even cleaned that up too. We gave him a $25 tip. And we thanked him graciously. And I'll tell you one thing. I did what he said. I ordered my own Roto-Rooter thingy to put down the pipe if I need it. I also have a water thing to vacuum the water up and out of this basement if I need to now. I got one of those as well. See, a little bit of investment in your own home goes a long way, America. And right now, when I got that, the thing that drains the water from the basement, that item, I did my research. And I know if there's water coming into the basement, I can drain it out now. Fairly simple. And I got it at a really good price, and it came with a 3-year warranty. I'm like, holy crappy-oly, what a deal. And here I was breaking my back, my husband breaking his back and hurting his shoulder, carrying up 5-gallon buckets of water trying to get it out of the basement. Oh, it just wasn't worth it. So, but I got that. I'm getting my Roto-Rooter delivered this Thursday, and both of them was under $250, and they have high reviews, and they're name brand too. So I'm very happy and excited to have our backup equipment in case we need it. Our basement doesn't flood often. This is, in fact, the first time it happened. But I'm so glad it's taken care of. And at a reasonable price. And I listened to the plumber. Sometimes it pays to listen, America. Instead of running your mouth and thinking you know it all. Oh, don't get me wrong. I have a brother just like that. And he is like Trump, an idiot. He thinks he knows it all. Oh. And just by him thinking he knows it all, Nobody wants to know him now. He's on his own. His own wife doesn't want to deal with him because he thinks he knows it all. Yes, he used to teach at a college. Oh, he told me all about it. They canned his ass in 6 weeks. Yeah, that's my brother, the dumbass, just like the White House dumbass. One who thinks they know it all, and one who thinks that, oh, everybody has to listen to me. I know everything. That's not how it works in college. You have to listen. As a student and as a professor, you have to listen to the students as well. He was incapable of doing so. They were always wrong and he was always right. No. And I finally told him, I said, Rick, you're an idiot. And you know how I know that? He could not even tell the difference that he was fired. He was permanently suspended. And I said to him, I said, so they fired you? No. I was just permanently suspended. So you were fired? Oh, no. I was just permanently suspended. And I just said to him, I said, Rick, do you know what that means? You're fired. They don't want you back. That's why they call it permanent suspension. You're fired. You're done. You're toast. And thankfully, they contacted all the other colleges and let them know he was an idiot. My brother is a control freak. He likes to tell you what you can and cannot say. You know, I wish him well in life, but he is not my responsibility. He chose his life path. I chose mine with my husband. My husband and I, we don't get along. We have our disagreements, just like every marriage should have disagreements. And you know what? Every night before bed, I give him a kiss goodnight and wish him sweet dreams. And then I say my little prayers to God. Thank you for introducing me to one of the greatest men on earth. I feel honored getting up every morning and making him breakfast, as I still can. And I think it's a woman's duty to take care of their husband if he is good to them. I think all women should be more appreciative of their husbands. If they come home and they take care of you, then you should do the same in return. I do the laundry, I do the cleaning, I make his meals. Before he goes out the door every morning, I make sure he has a hot thermos of coffee, Folgers coffee. I even warm up the car for him if it's cold outside. I turn it on in advance. See, it's just little things like that that keeps a couple together. Little things can make a very big difference in a wonderful marriage. Today, when he was in the shower, I soaked up a washcloth and I scrubbed his back for him. Oh, and he loves it. And he will do it for me as well. And I enjoy it too. These are the little things you do in a marriage. Take care of one you know, like I said, I'm going to talk about a lot of things in this video today. And it's going to be a lengthy video, of course. And I hope you do click like, subscribe, and leave your comments. But I'll tell you one thing, America, do start getting prepared for the sanctity of your family, your marriages, and stop wasting your money buying frivolous things like Starbucks coffee, buying burgers and fries and shakes and stuff that you can make at home. Oh my goodness. It's sad to see people eating this junk food on a daily basis and thinking they're eating good. Everything about fast food is chemically treated, in my opinion. It's not real, it's not natural. You know, when McDonald's first started, in the very beginning, the food was delicious. And we didn't even eat it at that much back then. And it was cheap. But my mom always said, if you have food at home, you really don't need to be eating out all the time. And if we were good kids, she would take us down once a month for an ice cream cone. Once a month. For an ice cream cone. The first time I drank a soda, I was, oh gee, I was 11, and I was in the hospital being treated for my burns, and I couldn't keep it down. I was not used to drinking soda. I never had so much sugar in my life, other than an ice cream cone. But back then, it wasn't all sugar either. It was real ice cream. And it was amazing. The taste, the flavor. It was just rich and creamy and just good. Nothing like what you get today in the stores. Well, I'm going to go on from there and go back to the economy and highly recommend that if you have money saved, because I know your rent's going up, I know your utilities have gone up, I know your bills have gone up, and your pay isn't. And oh, excuse me. I know that people in America are struggling. Even you too, MAGA. I know it. I see it on the faces of people I meet in the stores. I see their shopping carts, how they're trying to budget to survive another week. I see it in their faces. You don't see smiles in the stores any longer. No, you don't. And if you're able to save up $3,000 to $5,000, buy yourself a piece of acreage in a warm state. If you have about $20,000 to $30,000, buy yourself a fixer-upper home. As long as the roof is good on that home. And don't pay an inspector to inspect it for you. You go and inspect it. as I did. And my first home was a fixer-upper. Got it for under $20,000 back in 2008. And I fixed it up. And it's beautiful now. So please, America, get prepared. Stock up on the things you need to survive. A lot of people think you only need food to survive. No. You need your toiletries. You need toothpaste, soap. You need shampoos. You need laundry detergent. All these things. Toothbrushes. If you have children, you're going to need baby food formulas. Because all these products are coming to an end in America. Because I feel we're not just entering another Great Depression. We are turning into North Korea. And yes, this is what you voted for, MAGA. And I can almost guarantee, MAGA, you never got any invitations to those Trump parties at Mar-a-Lago, did you? See? As the orange turd in the White House said, I only need your vote. I really don't give a shit about you. Bye-bye.